Hello everyone, my name is Mitz, here like a feeding story Trials of the Justice. We last left off with this person, this King McQueen Ka-Chow, just getting caught in a lie about one park entrance being under construction, and now he has a rebuttal against it. But I still can't get over his hair. I mean, like, what? Do you get so much hair, Joe, just to shape it up into just a crown? And also, you have, like, that, are those lines like bags in your eyes? What, do you just go to sleep and just worry 20 steps ahead when you go and just lay down in your bed about robbers breaking into your house and all that? Oh boy, imagine doing that every single night. Indeed, I mistakenly thought the painter left through the wrong exit. Yeah, or you could just say, oh, I saw him go that way, but, then you realized the construction area was, which is, closed off, so he went back on himself. That's literally a way you could say it, but okay. No way! Please don't hold it against me. There was a dead body, my opponent's dead body. But I thought you thought 20 steps ahead. I thought you would keep your composure. Any other person would have been just disturbed. Doesn't seem like disturbed right now. Likely story. Give me some thought. I'm willing to let Mr. Queen's confused state slide. God. However, this court will not tolerate any more of the witness's speculation. Understood? Yeah, you keep riding that horse. If it is the king's order, the knight shall obey. Yeah, keep riding that high horse of yours. Why, that dirty, rotten scoundrel? Oh, language! Easy, Maya. We'll get our chance again. You won't slip out that easily. Fine. Now then, please tell us exactly what you saw. I think it's worth noting that what had you so confused, confuzzled, confused. I am confusion. With pleasure, Your Honor. So confused. Oh, I'm definitely confused right now. Confused while you're still up there! I apologize for my misinterpretation of events. Oh, yeah. I'm afraid I wasn't really paying much attention to the painter as he left. Oh, okay, now you say that. With a dead body before me on the bench, I became quite fatigued. Oh, it wasn't that beverage you drank before not good enough. Maybe you should have a cookie. It was then I noticed the incriminating belongings in the ground. The pouch and... the paintbrush. The fence paintbrush. I call BS. To that, I ran straight for the phone booth to call the police. I think I can understand why you seemed so confused before. This clears up the witness's behavior that day as well. He's quite simply too shocked to think normally. Very well, the fence will begin the examination. Focus, Maya. Focus. You can't let this jerk go that easily. It's true that. So I think I know exactly what to do, but I'm gonna press everything because I want to see how you react when your buttons are pushed. Yeah. So you're saying that you remember things differently? Most certainly. Oh my god, stop it. Memory's a subtle thing. Subtle thing, okay. One moment I recall taking Carver's Queen White Knight in move 17. Then I realized I actually did that in move 16. Such a clumsy mind I have. Stop it. Please stay on topic. I did. Lips before. I apologize. Please don't hold it against me. Oh, come on. I'm sure you had... Miss Faye, it's pointless to revisit this matter. Just let it go and continue your questioning. Just let it go and move on. God. No wonder Nick is such a pushover in court. I heard that. Frida wasn't paying much attention to the painter as he left. So what made you sure that Mr. Gurpin left the blocked entrance? Many things happened the moment he fled. Many things? Yes! An instant, a million things can happen. Oh god, don't do this. Well, guess what? Those million things that happen, a meteorite can come down and strike you in the head, and you'd be coming out fine, but it doesn't make sure it's like the million things can actually happen. A rose can bloom, a cloud can burst, a couple can kiss. I mean, the couple can do all they want, but a rose and a cloud are basically out of control, okay? Should we start to appreciate these things? What does that have to do with this? This is not a stop and smell the roses moment, okay? Shut up. The witness does have a point. Yes, the roses have thorns and they have a point too, but that has nothing to do with right now with painting and chessboarding, okay? That has nothing to do with flowers. Why, last night I was just eating the porch and a glorious moth coming out. Okay, moths are great. Butterflies... Moths are better than butterflies, okay? The next thing I knew, I was lying in bed in my pajamas. Let's just... Oh, okay. I don't think I can take these ramblings anymore. Welcome to my world. As I was saying, with the body before me on the bench, I became quite fatigued. Well, your drink wasn't good enough, huh? Maybe you got something stronger. You felt fatigued? You mean dizzy? I suppose. It was a ghastly sight. The victim looked like he was sleeping. I guess just... okay. I have some therapies in order once I'm through with this whole ordeal. Okay. You look fine to me, you big faker. Did you happen to notice anything near the body? Because then I noticed the incriminating belongings on the ground in the pouch, and... Incriminating? How do you even know the pouch belonged to my client? Thank you, Miss Faye, for my first laugh this trial. How'd I know? I saw it fall out of his coat. Out of his coat? Yes, he's so absorbed in his own world he didn't even notice it missing. It must be such a burden to get old and leave your things laying about. I mean, he left the painting and easel there, and unless that's provided by the park, then I'm pretty sure he's gonna come back to that later. You dunderhead? Oh, what a jerk! And the paintbrush, the pen's paintbrush. I think this is where the point of contention lies, but... The paintbrush fell too, huh? Yes, it did. Defendant's green paintbrush. Green, you say? I fell from inside his coat. Do you not believe me? No. It does seem kind of strange. What's so strange about a paintbrush falling, Miss Faye? Well, a paintbrush is long and thin, right? Like a pencil or a pen. Yes, I have, looking over my mug of pencils and that, I have like, I'm not even beginning to count, I have so many pencils. Also a ruler and a scissors and some, what's the thing called? Oh yeah, a letter opener. I have a weapon at all times. And a coat has pretty deep pockets. A paintbrush wouldn't have fallen out very easily. In fact, it couldn't have. You shut up, you. It seems what happened. The paintbrush along with the pouch was found in the scene of the crime. Well, that's where you're wrong, bucko finger guns. Oh, come on. When was the last time a pen fell in your pocket unless there was a hole in it? Well, well... Yeah, I don't think ever... I literally carry a pen and pencil with me in my jacket pocket all the time because you never know. You gotta think 20 steps ahead according to this guy, but I just have it just because I like fitting with it. And it never happened to me. It never did. It's rather unlikely, come to think of it. Witness, can you explain what happened? Yeah, keep writing your hours. Oh, I never said the brush fell out of his pocket. It didn't? Then where did it fall from? I recall that the pouch fell as well, Your Honor. Are you saying it fell out of there? Wait, 1 second, I just remembered something. A pouch crammed entirely full of paint bottles. There's no room for anything else. Shut your pie, all you! The landing impact made the brush pop out of the pouch. Oh, like a pop? Okay, that's a weird description. Had been in the pouch from the start. I see. So that's how the brush ended up at the scene. Gavel. Mr. McQueen, please amend your testimony to mention the brush falling out of the pouch. Of course, Your Honor. I'm quite sure about. The paintbrush fell out of the old man's pouch as it fit the ground. Let's press to be sure before presenting my little trump card. So it fell out of the pouch and not his pocket? I believe that's what happened, yes. Oh, great. Now I'm doing it too. We're being contaminated. That sounds strange to you too, huh, Maya? I guess it did. I think it contradicts something in the court record. It's time to check the court record button. The court record button? Yes. Well then, what are you waiting for? Present it. Yeah. That piece of evidence. I think the witness is gonna regret bringing it up. Oh, okay. I thought that was the very beginning of the testimony. This guy's turning into a tough egg to crack. Well, I mean, we're not in the kitchen right now. Well, if we can't break him in one go, then let's tap that egg a few times and crack him slowly. Tap and siphon the egg juice out, the yolks. Remember, there's 4 types of words in this word. Yeet, yate, yote, and yolk. Yolk is the best one. What? Now I'm getting hungry. Can I have to take a break and get something to eat? Well, guess what? I've been sitting through playing another game and just beefsteaks and just steaks in general just made me hungry, so yeah. Let's call it recess. Let's, concentrate on the trial for now. We'll go out for burgers afterwards. Ooh, I like that. Okay, but you're paying. I always pay. Yes, you do. So do it more. Just more interpretation events. I'm afraid I wasn't paying much attention. Okay, the paintbrush. Paintbrush. It fell out of the old man's pouch and hit the ground. Well, guess what, Buckaroo? You don't look like a good Buckaroo. So what's the next best thing of Buckaroo? Just a roo. Let's play showing the brush. Oh, I forgot. The pouch was from the pouch. I think there's something else wrong with the statement. That's actually, I presented by accident, but, that's actually, I like that you did that. Oh, yes, just thinking about it now, I just accounted that from before. And, like, some other Phoenix Wright game thinking about it, well, going through a friend of how he wanted to go present things. He was on the right track, but presented the wrong evidence. Well, he presented it, like, earlier than mentioned, and now you're stopping it before and just saying there's something else in case. Just don't present it now. That's actually really cool. You don't penalize for it. That's actually really good. Okay, I love that design choice. I love that. Okay, I love that. I fell the woman's pouch at the ground. I was actually supposed to present pouch. The paintbrush fell out of the pouch? Yeah, right! Oh, but it did. Did he not keep his painting supplies in that tacky little pouch of his? Well, guess what? He at least has the tact to have a fanny pouch on instead of you with your stupid, boring two-piece suit. If so, how then could it not have? Because that paintbrush couldn't fit into this pouch. Why is that? Here, Your Honor. Open up and find out for yourself. Well, okay. Let me see. Goodness! A paint jar just fell out! This pouch is filled with them to the brim! Really? Do you think anything else can fit in there? Maybe a paintbrush? I don't think so. There's no room at all. Wait a minute. What? See? The pouch is filled with paint. Nothing else can fit in there. And there's no way that Mr. Gurr paint dropped this brush at all. Great. Kasparov! I'm pretty sure those little chess names, huh? I'm gonna assume so. Order? Order the court? Miss Wright, Mr. Fay, wait. You, defense! God, what does this mean? Your Honor, wait. The defense is merely grasping at trivia points. Shut up, you. But Mr. McQueen said the paintbrush fell out of the pouch. And yet the brush could not have been in there. Which means the witness was lied in standing up the brush being the pouch. Hey, I'm the one hollering loud words. Zip it, Buckaroo. You're the Buckaroo instead of that guy who's a roo. What? Force of habit. But still, the paintbrush wasn't the scene of the crime. If it didn't come out of the pouch, then where did it come from? It came from somewhere out of the blue. Or trash can. The paintbrush, it obviously belongs to the defendant. We went over this so many times. Why do I even bother? We already know he's a painter, so... How many times do I have to say that Mr. Gurr Paint is a finger painter? He doesn't need a brush at all. And why was it there? That paintbrush doesn't simply materialize out of thin air. Well, I mean, apparently in this case, yeah. Enough. I, for one, don't believe in materializing evidence. I mean, there's magic tricks and all that. Well, if we have a magic trick case trial, I mean, then yeah. So I'd like to ask the defense something. What? Where did the paintbrush come from, and how did it get there? If we're going to question this testimony, I want you to come up with a reason. Okay. Be warned, if you don't have a good answer, you will receive a penalty. Oh, wow, oh no, we always get threatened with this. I had to pound the pressure, Your Honor. Look at that. Things are gonna go so bad, I'll be surprised at the wrong thing. Oh no, there's a smidget. Okay, it's gone. Will you be alright, Maya? Yeah, sure. Why do you ask? No reason. Now then, tell us. Why was there a paintbrush at the scene of the crime? It fell by accident. It was planted to frame Finn. It was planted. Well, the paintbrush didn't belong to Mr. Gurr Paint because he's a finger painter. It's in his name, finger paint. Well, and technically his finger gets a lot of paint from his using his fingers a lot. He's really good with his hands, you know? Look at that man. Then it was planted there. Planted? That's ridiculous! Why would anyone do that? So they don't get incriminated themselves? Is it obvious? Who was afraid my client, Mr. Fingerpain, for murder? What? Fingerpain? Who would do such a thing? Not like that, but why plant it? The paintbrush alone wouldn't be enough to convict a murderer. And a pouch of paint alone probably wouldn't either. What? The paint pouch alone wasn't decisive enough. So the paintbrush was planted to make Mr. Fingerpain look guiltier. Okay, so he left so many things behind. Okay, just to, like, you know, just make it even more abundance with the... There's more, like, paint supplies, everyone just thinks, like, there's a painter on hand. And he just left his stuff behind. Okay, I see where we're going with that. Just one thing he left behind wouldn't be enough, even with a painting and easel. I'm guessing anyway. Well, guess what? That's a good habit to have. But who would do such a thing? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Who would want to frame Mr. Fingerpain for murder? I wonder. Click. There was another person at the people park that day with the victim. A person who knew that painter was in the scene. And that person is... You, Mr. McQueen! Ka-chow! What? Me? That's right, you! You wanted to make Mr. Fingerpain look guilty, so you tried to frame him! Now hold it right there! Why would this witness feel a need to frame someone? He's the real killer who's hiding his suicide. Hiding his suicide. He hit that painting too. Why is everyone criticizing his well, I was gonna say glorious, but he's working his way up there, okay? He's working his way up there. No. Gotta be one reason why Mr. McQueen, King McQueen would have wanted to frame Mr. Fingerpain. That's still in my mind. It was Mr. McQueen who murdered Craig Carver. What? Yeah, memorable up there. Order! 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 Order. Wow, you shook this place up, Maya. Kinda like someone else I know. You learn from the best, I guess. From two people. Miss Faye? You mean, does defense mean to indict this witness in the murder of Mr. Carver? You can't accuse this man without any evidence! What? How come? Because it's not allowed. Simple! There's no proof that Mr. McQueen even had a paintbrush on him to plant. It's not something you just carry around by chance. Well, you're right about that, so, I wonder where he got it from. Well, that's true. I never touched that paintbrush in my life. Should I get fingerprints on this detected? Never touched? It's a pity that the old man carried in his coat pocket. No fingerprints left. Right, Mr. Payne? That's right. Our friend at the fabric must have rubbed them out. Oh. Ah, you guys are so full of it. Mr. Beezy's being, Mr. Payne has a point. God. Well, I have a pair of scissors on hand. I'll snip that button too right now. If we're still talking about flowers all the way back down, don't stop and snip the roses. Snip and snip it off your high horse. Do you have any evidence that Mr. McQueen owned that paintbrush? Well, maybe. You know what they say. Maybe he's just a baby that needs to be loved till it's yes. Who says that? Dork. All I'm saying is, if you come this far, you may as well go all the way. But how can we prove the paintbrush belongs to Crown Top over there? Well, I admit it is difficult to prove it's his. We can raise the possibility they may have gotten it from somewhere else. A possibility. Let's hear it, Miss Faye. Do you have evidence that Mr. McQueen had a paintbrush on the day of the murder? It's time for me to pull out my purple edge trump card. Yeah. This is my proof, Your Honor. Trash? Well, we can't have that. Throws away. What are you doing? A small plastic bag? Is that your proof? Oh, you recognize it. Found this bag in the trash can in the park, near the chess table. The logo says it's from Paints R Us, see? Paints R Us. I like the name. The Paints R Us is just down the street from People Park. How convenient for you, but that still doesn't prove there was a brush in there. Lucky for us, though, there was a receipt inside the bag. And conveniently, it says that a green-handled brush was brought that day. The very same brush that was found at the scene of the crime. What are you gonna say now? This doesn't prove that Mr. McQueen bought it. If it could have bought that brush as well. Sorry, Mr. Fingerpain could not have bought that paintbrush. The noodle cart guy and Nick's wallet can attest to that. I mean, look at the time of the receipt. That's when we were eating. Since we got back right before 5 o'clock, Mr. Fingerpain had no time to buy a paintbrush, walk back to the park, and drop it off. And eat noodles, all between the time of death and the time we came back. What? Oh, so that you claiming he has an alibi was just, you know, the criminally culpable way to do it. Oh, well, that's being flat back in your face on now. Good job, Maya. I never really got to see that it was possible for McQueen to plant the paintbrush. We're knocking my flowers right now. I like to see Crown Top squeeze his way out of this one. I just realized you gave him this nickname. I'm glad we see his hair as pretentious as I thought it was. God. You need to get more sleep, I swear. So, that's your move. He looks so smug. Again! Well, he's always goddamn smug, okay? You think I went on my way to kill Mr. Carver, Oh, droll. This is as bad as sacrificing your queen for a night. Well, I mean, if it's good for a good strategy, then, I mean, yeah. A colossal blunder. Mr. McQueen, what are you saying? This girl moves carelessly, thoughtlessly, pointlessly. I can't stand players like that. Well, I mean, when you're going through a game and you're absolute pro at it, and you find someone who's an absolute amateur, you never know what they're going to get because they have no idea of the rules and all that, so you never know what might happen. That's what makes it fun. This isn't a game. It's called a game of life. Thank you very much. There's a certain amount of logic to what the witness says. Defense has made an accusation without even providing a motive. What do I do? I haven't really thought out why Mr. McQueen would want to strangle Mr. Carver. Maya? I don't know what to do, Nick. I can't think of a reason why Mr. McQueen would kill the victim. Your Honor? Mr. Wright? Defense would like to hear more from Mr. McQueen, if that's alright. You mean you would like the witness to give another testimony? What about? We'd like to hear about the chess game between the witness and the victim. The chess game has nothing to do with the murder! It's in the painting. Maybe, maybe not. But the two men met that day to have a match. Defense demands to know what happened during the game. This is ridiculous! The chess game has nothing to do— After giving it some thought, I believe we should hear what transpired during the game. Nothing may come of it, but we must examine every avenue that may shed light in this case. You're having an aneurysm over there? Mr. McQueen, you will tell us about the chess game and why you're playing. Understood? God. Nice move, Mr. Wright. Very well, I shall share what happened that day. Nick? What? Just give me a helping hand. We have to latch onto anything, no matter how insignificant it may seem. Who knows? We'll find our answer in this next testimony. Okay. This will be the last testimony. I can't let him slip away. We'll trade that pawn for a queen and corner that jackass for a checkmate. 1 week ago, I challenged Mr. Carver to a game of chess. So on the day of the murder, we met at the park. That painter showed up about 5 minutes before we started the match. The whole game lasted about an hour. God. Once the match was over, I got to leave momentarily. It was just an exhibition game. We weren't playing for anything. God. Well, that's how things went. I see no reason for you to kill the victim. However, I do have one question. You say Mr. Gerpaint showed up? Did anything happen during his arrival? It has been said that the painter was there to paint the two of us playing. It seems he started the painting just before the first move. I never had a chance to look at it, though. Very well. Miss Fay, you may have cross-examined the witness for the last time. Right, Your Honor. This is your last chance, Maya. Make it count. You bet. I think I should just try to present that. Let's see, I'm actually gonna press that statement just to be sure. It's still in my mind. Whole game must have been an hour. So the match was over, I got to leave momentarily. It was an exhibition game, we weren't playing for anything. So it was an exhibition match? That's why you played that day? Indeed. I'm always up for a challenge. Though Mr. Carver wasn't the World Chess League that I'm part of. I heard that his skills as a chess player were quite remarkable. A pity we'll never see him play ever again. Oh my god. Whoa, he sounded real strange when he said that. Like, he was... It's the last testimony, Maya. To find a contradiction here, or it's all over. I know. There has to be something that says he's lying. That says he's lying. I think that was it, because he acted very strangely there. It's an exhibition game, we weren't playing for anything. Me and the 27th to play for chess set as promised. Well, you're wrong, bucko. You're not even gonna be classified as a real buckaroo now. You're either a bucko or a roo. You weren't playing for anything, huh? Nothing was on the line when you were playing the chess game? As I said, it was just an exhibition match. That's Bologna. Baloney. That's actually how to say it, but Bologna. If you really weren't, why did Mr. Carver think otherwise? That's the catalog. Oh, God. Oh, no. Don't do this now. Hey, I'm not through looking at that. You give it back. Okay. Your Honor, look here in this page. It says, meet with him on the 27th. We'll play for the chess set as promised. What? Yes, it does say that. And? Mr. McQueen said that they weren't playing for anything. This note says otherwise. Hickaroo, knockaroo. Oh, God. I don't even know what even that was in the top of my head. Pronunciation. Order? Order? Mr. McQueen, you said it was just a friendly game. It seems you were playing for something all along. It was... Your Honor, please. It was just a chess set. They were still playing for something. No one in their right mind would kill for that. That may be true. Well, Miss Faye, do you think that the killing something over chess set seems strange to you? It was more than that. It was more than that, Your Honor. They weren't playing for some plain old chess set. They were playing for this. I guess it's just better if we just present it again. Look at the catalog again, Your Honor. Next to the written note, there's a particular chess set inside. Let's see. This is... Holy moly! This chess set, it costs $100,000! Like, Jesus Christ. What? A golden silver board with ruby, diamond, so many expensive pieces. Well, Mr. Queen, looks like you were playing for something after all. Like, Jesus, like, oh my God. Oh, right there. Sure the notice written next to this expensive chess set? Doesn't mean they were playing for it? Shut up, you. What are you talking about? They had to have been. I'm sure Mr. Carver had it with him. That's where you're wrong, young lady. The police scoured the park. They found no such chess set there. Oh. So where was it then? What? God, shut up, you. Mr. Carver was a man who followed through with agreements. If we were playing for such an exquisite set. God. He'd have brought it. So the chess set wasn't the victim, then. I'm afraid this means the defense is just trying to pull things out of thin air. Nick, what do we do? Well, I'm sure the police couldn't possibly overlook something so major. That he really didn't? Hold it, Maya. Just because he didn't have it on him doesn't mean he didn't put it somewhere else. Wait. A key that opens the locker in a station not far from the park. He put in a locked locker in a train station. Somewhere else? So, if it wasn't at the park, then... Aha! What? I think I got it. I hope. Your Honor, wait. What is it, Miss Faye? There's a good reason why the chess set was in the park. You're just grasping at what little hope you have left. I wouldn't act so smug just yet, Mr. Payne, you goddamn pain in the ass. I have evidence that Mr. Carver may have brought the chess set with him. I don't even know what I'm saying there. You do? Well then, let's see it, Miss Faye. Shows evidence that the victim had brought the chess set with him somehow. Mr. Carver may not have brought the chess set with him to the park, but there is a piece of evidence that shows that it was somewhere else. It'll be the key to the whole case, okay. This is how Mr. Carver brought the chess set with him. This is a key, Miss Faye. Just vanished in the thin air. Yes. It's the puzzle key that was found with Mr. Carver. What about it? I think I know where you're going with this. Mr. Carver probably didn't want to be seen carrying the chess set. Yeah, probably, yeah, so he took it and stashed in a pay locker. Right. I was gonna say that. Honest. But there's no proof that you did such a thing. Well, there's one way to find out. Your Honor, we should send someone to the station Detective Gumshoe mentioned, and have them open the locker that this key opens. Now, prove it. Order. This court acknowledges the defense's request. Bailiff, take this key, run to the station, and open the locker. And I swear, if you steal what's inside, you will be in more legal trouble for you. 5 minutes later, we received word from the station and... Well, What's the situation? Sir, our word from the boys over near the train station is confirmed. The chess set. The $100,000 chess set was indeed inside the locker. Well, that'll be. So the victim and the witness were playing for the set. However, what does this mean exactly? What reason would this give the witness to choke Mr. Carver? Well, if we take into account that a very expensive chess set was a prize in the game, that means something happened because of that. Mr. McQueen... It can only mean one thing. Mr. McQueen lost the chess game. Maya, I think we're starting to understand everything that's happened. Me too. The court doesn't mind, Your Honor. The defense would like to go over the events that day. Please do. Take it away, Maya. Right. After Mr. McQueen lost the game, he must have been pretty shocked. Seeing as he's an undefeated chess player, he thought he could win the chess game easily. Oh wow, what a rule pain he was in. But he never thought he could lose to someone who wasn't even in the chess league. Thinking about what was on the line, he jumped up and strangled Mr. Carver. Yeah. When he saw what he had done, he panicked. After that, he took Mr. Carver's body and dragged it to the bench. He didn't want anyone to see a dead body at the chess table. People would have thought he'd done it then. In order to make it look like he didn't do it, he tried to frame Mr. Gurpain. So he took the paint pouch and paintbrush and left it near Mr. Carver. Wait, what about the paintbrush? How did he manage to obtain it? He did say to belong to the defendant. Mr. McQueen said that he went out to find a payphone, and there just happens to be one near the Paints R Us store. He must have went in there first, put the paintbrush, and then made the call to the police, then made his way back. After that, he ran back to the scene and dropped the paintbrush by the body. He didn't look through the bag, so he didn't notice the receipt when he threw it away. Oh, I'll never forget the receipt. Then all he had to do was wait for the police and give his phony story. And that's when it happened. Not bad, huh? Sounds just right. So that's what happened. No. We did it, Nick. We won. You're not very skeptical, and I don't blame you. Very well, the court will hand out its verdict. I figured. Not bad, little girl. Not bad move at all. Huh? What's with him? Oh boy. In your mind, you must have thought that you were assured victory. But even plays like this can backfire. What are you going on about, Mr. McQueen? Well, Your Honor, it's like this. The defense's argument is that I lost the match and killed because there was an excessive chess set in the line. Even if that is the case. She must first prove that I lost the game. Yeah, that too. Oh god. I mean, what was it? For the Mr. Gurpain's motive, it was basically said by his own hands that the victim basically was criticizing his work, and that's motive enough. We can't prove he lost the top of our head right now, huh? Oh god. Well, we'll figure that out for next time, since I'm pretty sure this is the last line of defense. Like, literally, this is gonna prove whether or not he did it or not. So leave that for next time. So, have a fun time watching as I am playing this. Hope you see me next time, what time may be, and I all hope you have a fantastic day.